A student tested two metal calorimeters of equal mass by transferring the same quantity of energy, which is going to be important in this question, to each calorimeter. And they've got this data table. So we can see that we have aluminum and tin as the metals for our calorimeters. Even though their mass is the same and their energy is the same, the initial and final temperature won't be the same because they're not the same metal. So if we take a look at the question that's being asked, we want to know which calorimeter would undergo the smaller change in temperature. Either it's the calorimeter made of aluminum or the one made of tin, but we have to know their heat capacities. So we're going to go to the data booklet and take a look. You can see here I've circled them, the heat capacity for aluminum and the heat capacity for tin. So we'll just bring those values over here. So those are the two numbers that I got from the data booklet. I can see that the heat capacity for aluminum is larger and the heat capacity for tin is smaller. So before I go any further, I'm going to rule out two choices that don't make any sense. In the choices, B says that the heat capacity of aluminum is smaller. Well, that's not true. In the choices for C, it says that the heat capacity for tin is larger. Well, that's not true. 0.897 is larger than 0.227. So I'm left with either A or D. The heat capacity of aluminum is larger and the heat capacity of tin is smaller. So now I just need to decide which of those two would undergo the smaller change in temperature. So let's take a look at the units for heat capacity. The units for heat capacity, the capacity to retain heat, are measured in joules per gram degrees Celsius. So how many joules does it take to change 1 gram of that substance by 1 degree Celsius? When I compare the numbers, I can see that it takes more joules to change 1 gram of aluminum by 1 degree Celsius. So at the beginning of the question, it said the same quantity of energy was transferred to each calorimeter. So if I have the same amount of energy being transferred to both of them, I will need more if I want to change the temperature of aluminum. That means that the smaller change in temperature will be aluminum because of its larger heat capacity. So A is the best answer.